Hello Aries, this is your reading for the month of September. This is a general reading, will not resonate with everyone, but it's meant for someone out there. Maybe hear a message for you through the whole reading or maybe partially. The first card that I got here for you Aries is Goblins. Then we have Storm Fields. We have Sad Embrace. And then we have Rock Bottom. Here in the back of the deck, we have Peaks of Joy. So Aries, when I see this card, Goblins, I see confusion. And if you see, the card is really dark in here, but there is a light in the back. The next card is Stormfield. I feel that this is for most of you in regards of a relationship. And there are too many little details in regards of how the situation end up like this in a breakup. And there is a lot in your head that you're trying to gather all those little details and try to make sense of this. But at the same time, you don't have all the information, so you end up making a story yourself, and it's very difficult for you. And then you gather the little details that you have and try to make sense again. Here with the Stormfield, this is not just emotionally that you are in a situation like this, or you went through this, or you are going through this right now. But I see the number 9. This is almost the end of this. This is not, again, only emotionally, but physically you end up in a place that you need to make decisions. You need to see, you have a different reality right now, and you need to take action on what direction you're gonna go, what you're gonna do. So it's been very stressful. And here the emotions, sad embrace. So you're not dealing only with the confusion of why this happened. You didn't expect this. You're in the middle between those questions and also how you're feeling, but you haven't. At some point you weren't able to put focus on how you were feeling because you were dealing with so much at the time. But I feel like you're going through a process here with the Goblins when you try to understand what happened here. In a way also you were trying to have some kind of control on the situation. You also were hoping that this could be fixed. That's why you were trying to understand why. But here with the 9, with the Stormfield, there was so much on you, and you're at the end. You're really tired of being here with a Sad Embrace. Here's a 9 again. You're at the end of being on this place of being depressed, and you try to stay away from family, people. But here is a 10. It's an ending. There's no more room for this. There's no more space to make questions and try to get answers or to go through this pain. So you got to the point that to your limit. Here with this card I see liberation. Here you're not looking for answers. You're not trying to have control on the situation. You're just flowing. And here's when the healing is going to start for you. That's what I see. So Aries, I'm going to throw a few cards to see what else we can see here in your reading. We got the Six of Swords. We have the Seven of Swords. And we got the Seven of Coins and the Hangman. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Page of Swords and the Queen of Cups. We have the Empress. We have the Seven of Wands. And we have the Eight of Swords. We have the Five of Coins and the Five of Swords. Here in the back of the deck, we got the Ten of Swords. Another 10. An ending. Here with goblins, with those questions that you have, with that confusion. Here with the Six of Swords, you moving away from try to have any control, try to find understanding about this. You moving from all this confusion and conflict to a more peaceful place. You moving away from this Seven of Swords, you see? This person is leaving. So I don't feel only that this other person, you feel that was dishonest or anything, or did something to you. I feel that also you're doing this to yourself. You're leaving that situation that mentally was hurting you, and that was something that you were doing to your own, to yourself. Here with the Seven of Coins, I feel that you got to the point that you think that you're invested enough on trying to water this plant to make something grow from this. And here's the Hangman. I feel that you didn't find response from the other person. And also you feel like in a way a little like helpless, like in a way it wasn't up to you to fix this. But it's not a bad feeling after this. For you is you just really let go and walk away. Here, one more time. Let go and walk away from all this. So I see that that's what is happening. The storm field that here with the Four of Wands, that was a very important relationship. For some of you was even marriage. And I see that tornado next to a house, that this is really destroy a home, a family for some of you. Here with the Page of Swords, I feel there was something irresponsible. Here you see that person holding that huge sword in the expression and the face. It's like not really aware that the damage that they can do with that huge sword. And here is the Queen of Cups. You're very in touch with your emotions right now, and you're starting a process of healing, to think about yourself, to bring love to yourself. And instead of being angry or try to understand, I haven't seen anger here, which is strange. You might be angry, but I don't see it in here at all. I see that you were trying to understand this. You were trying to have some control on the situation, hoping for a repair of the situation. But now with this card, I feel like you still have some kind of hope or love in your heart in here. Sad embrace. Here we have the Empress, and this is very powerful card. This woman here, which this can apply to anyone, men or women, but this woman is taking action. And you see again is living on this card, is living the situation, but in this case living that it's just being sad. about the situation and being stuck on the situation. Rock bottom, I see here the 5 of coins, which is lost. And again, I see that somebody lost their home, their house, too. Here with the 7 of swords, you stand up for yourself. And at some point you were fighting here with the 5 of swords. Kind of fighting about this is not right, this is not fair. And at the same time, you were fighting for long to not be on this 5 of coins, to not be left in the cold, not to fight to see, you have resistance to see the ending of this relationship, is what I see here, until you got, this was too much pain or then. There's no more that you could do. You end up exhausted about this. This is what I see. So Aries, but again, now it is release of the situation, and healing is going to start from this. So Aries, it was an ending, but there was a lot of resistance on trying to understand and also trying to have some control in the situation, maybe even to fix this relationship. I'm gonna throw a card in here to see if we find any additional message for you, maybe something that can give you light on the situation or some advice. We got here, my income is constantly increasing. Says I am worthy of prosperity and abundance. So I notice here, when I see somebody lost their home, and I see you were not just, at some point you didn't have even time to focus on your emotions, because there is so much for you to do, and you're concerned about stability, income. Maybe for some of you, you're going to start working, you weren't, stuff like that, or you're trying to make more money. So it's very difficult. I'm going to throw one more card. Let's just jump. It says, I use the power of my mind and my free will to do what I know is right. I trust myself. I see a lot of the energy of this Empress. This is really believing in yourself, seeing your worth, seeing your potential, and take action. This is what I see here. Not being stuck in the situation anymore. I feel that you're gonna still feel sad sometimes, but you're more focused on what am I gonna do after this. Use the power of my mind, and I am my free will to do what I know is right. I trust myself. Here in the back it says, I am free to say no if something is not the best for me. So there's no more resistance. You got your power back, your energy back, and your focus on what you want to bring to your life. Aries, this was your reading for the month of September. Thank you.